out of the nightmare abyss of the piney woods of East Texas. The Random Horror Show. The best in commentary and reviews in horror, sci-fi, fantasy, cult classics, and the obscure from film, television shows, and literature. Join our horror hostess, Keisha Lacey, as she is scary, but random, horrific, but funny. Last but not least, she will chill you to the bone.
Welcome everybody back to the Random Horror Show. I am your horror hostess, Keisha Lacey, coming straight out of the Pine better known as East Texas. And of course, we have like the best commentary in horror genres, fantasy, cult classics, and the obscure. And sometimes we have a guest or two. And my guest today of tonight's podcast, we have Fr Diaz, the morbid writer, the best book that I have ever read. Oh my gosh, she is so cool. I love it. I love it. If you are not familiar with Lilith, please go read her book, The Effects of Her Nerium. She's also have published another book called Rabid, and everybody give her a warm, beautiful welcome to the Random Horror Show, Miss Fr Diaz. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having
I'm
me.
I'm wonderful. It's been a long time coming.
Absolutely. And I actually wanted to correct you when you said I had a Rabid was published. It's not published yet.
Oh, it's not published yet. That's okay.
It's okay.
Well,
But
it I I done spoken into existence and stuff. So like it's being published like next year, I believe.
yeah, sometime next year. And I'm hopefully thinking for October. I like to publish my books close to October because, like people like to get into the Halloween spirits and all that bullshit. So, I like publishing my books around that time. So maybe Rabbit might come out at that time. I mean, The Effects of Nerium came out at that moment. And my second book, On the Other Side Lies the Truth, was also
Mhm.
published in October. So hopefully Rabbit is published for October of 2024.
Yay! Yes, because yeah, that's like usually a really, like you said, like the marketing part of like publishing your
Yes.
book and everything around like October because everybody want to get into them some great like horror, any type of subgenre of it,
Mhm.
just like spooky reads. I know I did a segment spooky reads, last year.
Yeah.
And it is just like the most like hyped up like time for like an author to like, publish their books and just open it out like in October. And I think it's like very genius to do that right there.
Absolutely. I'm
Um,
always trying to do different type of marketing strategies. I mean, I like to go along with if I'm a horror writer. If you're a horror writer out there, you might as well try to publish your book around October so people can so it can be a good marketing thing for you.
right, right. But back to you. Can you just introduce yourself to my guests and let them really, really know like who you is and everything else?
Absolutely. As you said, I'm FR Diaz. I am a self-published author, independent author of The Effects of Hernerium, which is a psychological thriller, a crime fiction. And I have a second book that is On the Other Side Lies the Truth, which is a paranormal fiction, psychological thriller as well, combined with some crime fiction as well.
Nice, nice. Yeah, because the effects of her Nerium, which we're gonna get into that because I want to ask like what was the inspiration behind it, all of that. Uh
Absolutely.
that was like really one of the just introducing like me to this character, but also like introducing, who you are. And I was just like literally just like blown away just reading this book, and it was very gripping. It was uh very well put together. But one thing that I really liked how the style and everything else of that, but you also like highlight a lot of like missing cases, people that are missing,
Yes,
um people that had cold case files. And this is really the reality of it, even though it's a fictitious story, which was like, ooh, Lord have mercy, snatched all my
absolutely.
edges out and everything else, page turner. But you have a real true message about people that are missing, the people that has been been abducted and just left without a trace. And that's
Yes,
very serious, like a very serious issue that is going on, just not only just around the world, but also like in our like country and stuff. And
yes,
that's what
absolutely,
really that's what really got me right there. And even though we like to help, but it's more of like creating that awareness. It
exactly.
really
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
No, I mean, you actually did it, like, because um I know like we have people that can write a book, and like you said, you're an independent author. Independent authors are very on a different page from other like established authors and stuff. And
Yes.
it's a lot of work with y'all. Really, it is. It's a lot of work with anybody that's a writer.
Yeah, it
But
absolutely is.
it's not like you have like this publicist and all of that and everything else. So
It was a real long hill. It was an uphill struggle to get the effects of Nerium actually self-published because
mhm,
um, what I started the effects of Nerium as a lot of people started their independent published books when COVID came in 2020
mhm,
because everybody was inside and everybody was bored. I started it at the end of 2020, and I really actually started writing the book because of the missing person cases. Because
mhm,
that year I got into listening to a true crime podcast, and
mhm,
while I was working, and two
mhm,
of my favorite, if you don't mind me mentioning, two of my favorite podcasts for that is Obsessed. It used to be called Obsessed with Disappeared. It's now called I Think Not. It's actually
mhm,
a true crime comedy podcast. They are amazing people, but they also put out a lot of good information as well. And the other podcast, what's it called? True Crime Obsessed. There it is. It's
mhm,
through the same network. The thing
mhm,
is, so when I heard all of these missing person cases, I really got focused into listening to the family members, how they spoke up, trying to find their missing either kid, wife, husband, whatever it is, whoever they are. And I thought, when I listened to all these cases, I thought, oh my God, I don't know what I would do if somebody that I knew would go missing. And then
mhm,
most of those cases are cold cases. People, they're not found, and then is it worse to find your loved one murdered, or is it worse to not know exactly ever anything about them, and it just stays like that?
mhm,
Those two things really did blow my mind, and then I was just like, oh my God, I think I would turn into a murderer. I would kill, so I would find whoever it is that did this to my loved one, and I'd go into a full rampage like Deadpool. And I think that's when I started thinking about writing a female version of a Deadpool type, to become this vigilante, trying to seek vengeance. For those of you out there that don't know, my book, Lilith Simmons is the main character, and a couple of horrific things happen to her. Someone goes missing in her life, and she turns into this how do you call her? She's a serial killer, but with a purpose.
Avenging Angel.
She said avenging angel. That's a good word. That's a good word for her.
That's that's how I look at her. I look at her as an avenging angel, and and what you mentioned, like how the families are, and that is, it's like, damn,
It hits
because
hard. It hits home. You feel
it
for them.
does. You do. You feel for them and everything, and um, I'm I'm really big of people not exploiting families that have had their loved ones missing, children, spouses, stuff like that, or cold case files, murder and stuff.
Mm-hmm,
And I feel like, I know there's like a lot of the surge of like people getting into like true crimes and all that stuff.
mm-hmm,
And I like some of the true crime stuff, but I'm just not like really like huge in it. And I think, in just personally, it's more of like, for me, I like, I get what they're talking about and all this stuff, and I just feel so horrific that I feel like, you know what, I want this family to have closure.
oh my God,
I
yes.
feel that, like, I I feel like I'm part of, like, I don't want to be like the people that exploit families during a situation like this, and they
Mhm.
can be, and they can be in pain for
Yes,
like 10, 20 years, and there's like no resolution or no kind of closure with
exactly.
it.
And imagine these families with these small missing children, 2, 3, 4 years old. Those are the ones that really got me. And I'm just like, what do
Mhm.
you do? What do you do in that
Um,
situation, you know? And you start thinking about how innocent and how fragile they are at that age, and you're just like, oh my God, there's nothing I can do to there's nothing I can do. They're just gone. What's happening to them? Who's Are they okay? Are they eating? Are they alive? You know? And those are the things that I really integrated into the book, because I wanted people to feel Lilith's pain. You know, I put you in her shoes. I gave you her family. I gave you the love that she felt for her mother, father, sister, and then I completely broke your heart by revealing Lilith's heart and how broken it was. And then I revealed to you how broken her mindset was as well, when the PTSD and other mental illnesses began to arise with the wolf in her dreams. Um,
mm-hmm.
that was a sign of her mental instability and how she just gave in to her dark thoughts. The dark thoughts that she kept on pushing away, she just gave in to them and decided, I guess law enforcement isn't going to help me, so I'm going to have to do something about it. And in reality, in the real world, law enforcement really does try their best. They really do. They really, each state is different. I'll tell you that. And one of the things that drives me crazy, when someone calls for a missing adult, someone older than 18, police
Mm-hmm.
don't actually take it serious until it's been at least.
No, they don't.
No, they don't take it serious until at least it's been 42 hours. But if you feel like
Mm-hmm.
your loved one, over 18, something's odd in the only first 12 hours, and you call the police because you haven't seen them in 12 hours, you don't know of them in 12 hours, the police is going to be like, well, they're an adult, and they're allowed to disappear if they want to. But you, knowing your family member, knowing them, you're just like, no, they wouldn't do this, and the police will just brush it to the side. And then you have to call another day and then be like, look, it's been already 42 hours, it's been 3 days or whatever. And then that's when the police starts taking it serious, and most of the time it's already too late. And when I give you the story of Lilith, I want you to immerse yourself into that mindset and think, my God, am I rooting for this? Because she turns into a monster of sorts. And you wonder to yourself, do I root for her? Do I not? You know what? I think she's doing okay. She's killing, but she's okay. She's all right. She's okay. And you just try to give yourself this, yeah, she's a good person of sorts with a question mark, and And then at the end, you get this jaw-dropping information of, I wanted you to feel Lilith. I wanted you to be in her shoes. And then I wanted you to read this important information of how many missing people are in the United States alone. And think about those families,
Mhm.
what they're going through with those missing people, their family members, unsolved cases, cold cases. And then there's so many John Does and Jane Does. It's unreal.
Mhm.
Those
I'm
unidentified, oh, those really do break me.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, and this is really it was really crazy. And I live like, in the boonies, I
Yeah.
live in a very wooded rural area. And when I was a teenager, and I used to hang out at the cemetery. I know, oh, she hangs out at the cemetery. But something said, just something like in me, like one day when I was just going to the cemetery, doing gothy things and shit. And I just looked at the woods, and there was a lot of people that it's called Grambling Alley, and people go to fish and hunt and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I just kept looking. I was like, you know what? I bet there's a dead body back there. Years later, it was some people that went down there to fish. There's a lake down there. Um, they found, bones, remains of a Jane Doe.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
That's not far from where I live.
That's crazy. That is wild.
And it's wild because at night, and like the house looks at the cemetery road, and it's my family cemetery, community cemetery, and I have my family members in there and people in the community also. But people like go down there 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Used to see that all the time.
Wow.
So that was back in like mid to late 90s. They found these remains early 2000s. So
Wow.
whoever around in that time was like going back and forth, like throwing this person is a missing person and everything, and
Yeah.
it's a Jane Doe. At like, and when I just like thought about when I heard about that, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I did say there's at least
That,
somebody's dead body back there.
it
And
was
it
a
was somebody, yeah, it was that feeling I got. And I just thought, man, oh my gosh, I hope it gives somebody this person's family, this Jane Doe's family, some closure of where
some
they was at.
closure. Mm-hmm.
Some
It
type
is
of
sad though.
closure. And it's sad. It really is sad. And I wasn't being funny at that time being a teenager, but it was just the eeriness of that feeling that hit me. I was like, there's a dead body back there.
Yeah.
There's
It's
some
also
dead body back
it's also the sadness of like exactly like they found that dead body and
there.
they can't identify her. It's like the Black Dahlia, they can't identify
Yep.
her, and they just called her the Black Dahlia because of her black hair and whatnot. And then not for years later, what nobody still knows who did that to her. And these are the things that it baffles me. I'm just like, my God, like who can be that cynical to not do these things to these type of people and then just absolutely get away with it. You live your life, and this person, what you're there, they have then their families have no closure. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a broken wound that just stays there and lingers and passes on from one generation to another. It's a bad uh chain reaction, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And that's
I
Mhm.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no, that's why I created Lilith. I don't want to give off too much of the book's information at the end, but I try to make her. She might be the serial killer, but I make her into at least a just a kind of justifiable serial killer in sorts. Like I guess I would compare her to Dexter, and why so many people actually like Dexter because he's like this. serial killer with a code, like he has a moral code, no good people, only bad people.
Yes, the code that Harry has taught him because because of
Yeah.
all his childhood and stuff like that.
Mm,
And that was the reason why that like draw me to Lilith is because of that Dexter, code type of thing.
yes,
And
yes,
but you do like with Lilith, just not telling a whole bunch of stuff. You the way how you did her character, you feel her pain. You see
yes,
her through everything through her eyes. You feel exactly what how she feeling of the events that led up to that. Because I was like, Lilith, I know I'm scratching my head. I'm like, okay, is she a good person? I said, but you know what? I said a lot of people make mistakes and stuff, and they can still be a good person. And I was, and
absolutely.
I was just like, we all have like the dark and that light side with all of us. And I said that's just a human thing, but she just took it to another level because of the events, what was happening that for her to be as just as woo Lord Jesus, what she did to them people though.
Exactly.
Lord have mercy. Me, I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy, Lily. Okay,
Yeah,
but I felt some satisfaction with it, and I'm just like, girl, I'm with you. I'm like,
yes.
I'm with you with this, and I'm with you with that, girl.
This
I
this
was
is
just like sitting there, I just thinking about it and everything. That's just how I'm still, and it's been like a while since I read The Effects of Nerium, and I'm
yeah,
still remembering the kills of how she did it, how meticulous it was. And I was like, baby, why you in my head? You in my serial killer like psycho brain and stuff. And I was just like,
it's me.
uh-oh, I think I need to go talk to my doctor.
There might be not something that I am confused. Am I a good person now for rooting for this bad slash good person? I'm not sure. No, I get it. That's exactly what I tried to do with her. I actually had to research a lot about human psychology as well,
Mm-hmm.
mostly about the serial killer psych. What is it that triggers, serial killers to become a serial killer? Is it childhood trauma? Is it being born that way? There's many different cases. Dahmer, people think that he was born that way. Ted Bundy, people think he was created that way. So it's two different things here. And with Lilith, I decided to go with the whole society created this monster, basically. The broken justice system created this monster, and I absolutely wanted to do that different. I wanted her to become this serial killer, yes, but I wanted her to be unique, and that's why each kill was so unique for each uh, person that she picked. And I'm sure that's why this book just stuck out to so many people, because honestly, when I first published it, it was
Mm-hmm.
poorly edited. It was poorly edited because I didn't have an editor, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put page numbers either. I didn't have page numbers.
You're like, books, story, no
There,
pages, fuck it.
man, damn it, and but I published it, and I didn't even know. This is a funny story. I didn't even know it published, because being a self-published author, you have to do it through Amazon, and I did it through Barnes and Noble and Amazon. And
Hmm.
I remember struggling to try to get it published because Amazon and Barnes and Noble are so strict with their cover sizes and
Hmm.
where the image of the book has to be, and how the bleeding area of the cover. And oh my god, it gave me such a headache. And when I finally got it published, I didn't know. I just kind of clicked publish and I left it there, and Amazon was just like, okay, it'll take 24 hours or something to get it published. And I was so tired. It was like 12 o'clock at night. I turned off my laptop. I went to sleep. I went to work the next day, and I told one of my coworkers, and I said, I was trying so hard to, publish this book, blah, blah, blah. And he gets on his phone and he searches it on Amazon while I'm talking to him. And he's like, is it this one? And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's like, and he added it to his cart, and he's like, all right, well, I already bought it. And I'm like, no, 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 I don't know. I, I'm not sure. I wasn't completely done. And he's like, well, you published it, so now I got it. And he was so supportive. He's one of the tattoo guys. He's also a tattoo artist down at where I work. It's a weird story.
Oh.
Uh, yeah, but he did the tattoo of Lilith. I mean, not Lilith, the flowers of the
Mm-hmm.
cover, but he did the tattoo on my arm. So that's why he was so supportive. He wanted to, but only a couple people. It was him, my mom, a couple other
Mm-hmm.
people had the original book, no numbers, poorly edited, and it was a year later that I was able to find an editor,
Mm-hmm.
and she helped me out because she was just a freelance editor. So because most editors are so expensive, they're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, they're like $500 up, and I was just like, I can't afford that to just edit my book. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And but HD Scarberry, that's she's the editor. She edited my book, and she was very patient with me because I am bilingual. I am Puerto Rican, so I have
Woohoo! I said, woohoo!
I know Spanish and English, so when I'm writing the book in English, my Spanish comes in, and I don't know a lot of these words. But she helped me out so much, and I was so grateful, and I'm just so grateful that so many people like you and so many other people actually enjoyed the book, that read it when it was poorly edited first, and they liked it. And I was so over the moon. I'm still over the moon about it. I'm still so excited and happy that people like it, because right now, to tell you and the audience now, um, I'm actually giving it a refresh. The effects of Nerium, I'm doing a little bit of an update. I'm brushing it up a bit, um, giving it more life, and it's going to come with a new cover soon. Um, I'm Yeah, I'm gonna announce that new cover in January at some time. I'm not sure when. And but I'm just really happy that everybody liked it. I think it's just because, like you just like the storyline and the killing of it, and I think most people are just like, damn, like you don't read this everywhere. Like this type of killing is crazy. This is crazy. I'm rooting for this person. Yeah, keep doing it.
Yeah, like for real, like keep doing it because I mean, Lilith, woo, you know what I'm saying? But to me, like the way how she deals with stuff, like how much she loves her family,
Yes,
and you can see that it's all about her protecting her family,
absolutely. Yep.
and
And aren't
you
we all
know,
like that?
oh yeah, and even when you have something traumatic like happening to somebody that you love, yeah, it's gonna like you be want to nuck and buck.
Yeah,
But she
absolutely.
said, I'm gonna take it to another level.
Yeah, she said I'm gonna take it to another level, and I'm gonna enjoy it because this kind of feels nice. Kind of feels nice.
Yeah, it did. And
She said
she's
I'm not
like,
gonna
she was a bit, well, she was honest. That's one of the things I said, well, you honest about yourself, sugar.
lie. That's the first step. You're not in denial, girl.
You're not in denial. You being honest. The first thing that we do in therapy is that we are honest with ourselves. We be
See,
honest with
it's the
ourselves.
first step.
but but Lilith, like she's to me, she's like I said, she's an avenging angel. Some people may think she's just horrible. Some people like, I mean, I think it's like for me, it's just more of the humanistic side of her. I mean, because she still is human. It ain't like she done changed and
Hmm.
morphed into damn creature. You may think she's a monster. Yeah, she is a monster when she did the things that she did, but she's still, you wrote it very humanly to where it that people can like just say, man, I
You
can't be
can
mad.
relate. Exactly.
I
You
can't
can't
be
really.
mad at her. I cry for her. My heart goes out to her. It's like
Absolutely.
that.
It's
Ooh.
absolutely. I put you in her shoes, and I want you to feel her pain. That way, when she does the thing that she does, you're just kind of like, hmm. And you just kind of say,
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if to be mad at you right now. I think what you're doing is okay.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just like, I'm okay with you. Yeah, all right then. I'm not gonna fuck with you like that. I'm gonna be on your good side. And I like that she does martial arts. And I was like, oh, did she doing some like jujitsu? And I was like, okay then, girl.
There's some amateur MMA. I think I wrote in there. I
But
should have wrote
amateur
Krav Maga or something.
girl could have wrote Krav Maga, and I know she did like some like you said some MMA and everything. So I was like, well, she just do a mix of like jujitsu and all kind of like kickboxing and stuff like that. Because I was like, okay, first of all, that's like one of the things I love, martial arts. I've
Hell
been
yeah.
in martial arts in a while and stuff doing it. I was like, ooh, I need to get back into that shit. So I was like, all right, she well rounded like a motherfucker though. All right, then
Yeah.
cool.
She got
And
to train.
then
She knows what she's up against.
yes, yes, and then she like half black and Puerto Rican and everything, and I just told you I'm into about my sister and stuff. So like I was like, okay then, and then I have nieces too, and I was like, all right then, because I'm Tia, I'm auntie, so I
Yeah,
was like, all right. So it's up. So I have like some, like have a relation, with like how the characters like family, how it's built, how they are and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, this is for me and shit. Another
hmm
thing is that, she's LBGT
absolutely. She is
also.
LGBTQ. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, yes, because
A
I
different
was
kind of
like,
character.
yeah, she's a different kind of character though. And not really, she's not a different kind of character. She's just very human. She's very human.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
She's human.
I
She's real, and that's what I tried to put behind her. That you don't actually see that much, out there. So I wanted to really emphasize the whole LGBTQ thing and the type of in the LGBTQ how she is. You know,
she's still my avenging angel though. Shit, I was like, okay,
absolutely.
then. I mean, not to give a lot away. She got some trust issues with her girlfriend. And I was like, girl, I feel you on that right there too. Cause and it was some things that like were her like romantically and everything else. I was like, I feel
Yeah,
you
but
on that because we all have like.
you know, her mental health just got the best of her. She just, gave into that dark side of her, and she couldn't, give her all her heart to this relationship. Or
Right. And
yeah,
that
she
was sad too, because I was like, maybe I was rooting for you. I'm
oh,
like, baby, I'm rooting for you.
for you, and you're just like, oh man, shit.
That's
But
how it was. I'm like, come on, girl. Shit.
yeah,
And I was like,
absolutely.
I understand the serious. I said, I understand the other part, but I was like, you could have had it like this.
You could have had it both ways if you wanted to. Nah.
Yeah. Could have had it
No,
like this. And
I just wanted to break people's hearts a little bit more. I wanted you to
yeah,
keep
you
on
did.
reading.
You
I wanted you to keep reading it and be like, damn, damn. And then at the end, oh my God, damn, and then, yeah, but I will tell you one thing just to give your hopes a little bit up. In Rabid, my third book, Lilith makes an appearance. Lilith is going to be there. And
okay.
yeah, she's going to make an appearance. It's not about her, it's about a different killer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's not about her. She makes an appearance, and the ending of Rapid might be satisfying for a lot of people. That's all I'm gonna
Okay.
say.
Okay. Weird. All
hmm
right. 'Cause,
Not gonna give up
I'm a
too much.
gravitate. And plus, like, where this next book is gonna, the location and everything, which is like, I'm like all like obsessed and ready for it as it is, anyways.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But I really do truly appreciate that, that people, even though you had the Amazon like publishing fiasco, that you still had like supporters of like your work.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
was super
really good.
surprising.
It's
Hmm.
really good that you have like those supporters to support you in your passion. And even though they like, oh my god, they didn't give a crap about it like not having any page numbers. It was like poorly edited. Is
Yeah,
you really put your heart and soul into the story to bring it to life for
yeah.
everybody to like to understand and feel Lilith.
That's
And
yeah.
and then,
Hmm.
not only just being a page turner, it's just more of like how the reality of how would you, like, it poses a question like how would you react, what would you do if something like this happened to your friend.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Exactly.
that's the reason why like they just like, okay, they gravitate towards that. It's because it's like it deals with, like you said, a lot of human psychology, and there's a lot of human psychology with
Hmm.
it.
Yeah,
And
there is. I had to research a whole lot about that. I think I really put my heart and soul into it more than anything because when I was writing it, uh,
hmm
my grandmother had gotten really sick, and then she passed away close to my birthday. And
sorry to
w-
hear about.
yeah, no, and then I really got into writing the book because it was a way of an escape.
hmm
And I think since I was going through that grieving process is
hmm
why there's so much uh just so much feel into the book because I was going through the grieving process while I was writing the book. You know how some people just kind of throw themselves into work. That's exactly what I did. So I think that's why I put I there's just so much emotion and so much feel into it, and I put you into her shoes. I leave these small little quotes in between certain chapters that might make you think twice. Uh,
Yeah.
and I think that's what really made me get the book to come to life that way. Plus, all of the anger I had in store because of the grieving, and also, the anger of listening to these podcasts and how some people are just left with no answers. You know,
hmm
I heard about a case that a mother and father had lost their daughter. Their missing teenage daughter went missing, and the mother, there was so many years passed, nothing happened, and the mother died, and then the father died, and nothing. They didn't know what happened to their daughter until the day they died, and that is the saddest shit I have ever fucking heard. And that stuff made me so angry, and I guess with the death of my grandmother, and the anger that I had with those type of cases, I guess that's why I put so much soul and emotion and compassion into the book, even though it was poorly edited and it didn't have any page numbers.
Well, and again, like I was gonna say this, I still miss my big mama. And you said
Mhm.
I'm kind of like, I want to give you a hug because your grandma passed away. My passed away 20, yeah, like last year, and I'm just like,
Yeah, mine passed away 2 years ago. She was a big, strong woman.
mine was too, but I call her sister and everything. And I miss her though, I really do. Even though I miss like the shade that me and her used to do. Like
Don't you
me and
love
her
those
just
little things, those little snappy,
like
remarks and stuff?
we shading each other. I was like, I don't have nobody to shade anymore. I miss her calling me and leaving
Yeah.
voice messages 2278. I said, Lord have mercy. She like leaves
That's
her
right.
phone number like that. Um, to call her, and I'm just like, dang, I really do miss my big mama calling me about 5, 6 times. Like she just she's just like my ex-boyfriend or something, or like my boyfriend. Where you at? Where you at? But he was just ask me, I do. I just miss that. I miss her voice, and then I lost my mom 20 years ago. So I miss stuff like I miss them. I really do miss them. And it's grief. Grief is grief is
Grief,
uh
grief
is
can
something.
push you.
It can.
Grief can, it can break you, and then it can push you.
Hmm.
That's exactly what it did. I think that's the reason why the book um, really did get a lot of people's attention with the emotional part, because I did have a couple people also say, I had an older customer of mine in my day job that I gave her a book, and I was just like, the book is super graphic. Are you okay? Are you sure? And she was like 88 years old. And she said, "Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's fine. You don't know me when I was younger." And I was like, "Okay." So I gave her the book, and then she said it took a while to get to the killings, but when it got to it, oh boy, that was some good shit. She said, and it made me laugh, and it reminded me of my grandmother because she was just so, so lively and so happy all the time. And
Hmm.
then this customer, she gave me. She said, "I have a gift for you. Don't leave." So then she gives me a box and it's wrapped up. And she said, "Open it later when you go home." And I'm like, "All right, thank you." So when I get home, I open it. It was a curling iron.
Lord Jesus, no,
Yeah,
hollering. I'm dead ass.
yeah. It was a curling iron. For those of you who don't know, that is one of Lilith Simmons' weapons that she uses on one of her victims. You're
Yes,
welcome.
a curling iron. A curling iron.
Yeah, and then she
You
left a little note, and the note said, "That book was amazing. Please continue writing." And that just made my day. That I just laughed so much when she gave me that. That was amazing.
That's
And
awesome that she connected with the book and the older lady. It like she was just like, girl, like for real. Like I've been
me
like
when I
she
was
was like
younger, I'm like, okay.
she like let you know, like, baby, I got a lot of like miles on you. So like I done seen everything. So this ain't gonna like sit there and like just oh my gosh. Like she like, bring it
She
on, like bring it on. I love that, like that elderly lady, like just fire energy like that, because they just like, look,
like,
like you ain't gonna offend me. I done seen too much. They're like, okay.
yeah. And then I just looked at her. I'm like, I'm probably gonna be like that when I'm old. When I'm old, I'm gonna be just like that, and it's not a care in the world. My mind is still dark now. It's gonna be dark then.
I know my ass gonna still just be throwed and eccentric and crazy and still just throw. I know I'm gonna still have like the little perverted joke. And then I just said like some morbid, like throw morose shit in the mix. I just know how I am when I'm gonna get older. My kids are already used to me just saying just no filter. They like, we just used to it, mama. It used to embarrass us, but we used to it now. I'm like, shit, y'all
That's
better
good.
get used to it.
Exactly.
It's like we don't know what's gonna come out of her mouth.
Absolutely.
So I have some trivia questions
All
for
right.
you. All right. Some of these trivia questions usually are reference to things that's in your book.
Okay.
Not too many to give it any spoilers. Sometimes I'll just like come up with something, just throw it off and everything. Some of them is like just cheeseball stuff, but mostly you'll have a good time with these questions. You ready for
Okay.
this? All
Yes.
right. All right. In what movie did this outbreaking actor play a New York yuppie in this very popular book? What outbreaking actor played a New York yuppie and was a serial killer in this nice Brendan Easton Ellis book.
Oh my god, I don't know. I'll be real honest, I
I'm gonna
don't
give
know.
you. I'm gonna throw in a little hint and everything. It's a very popular movie. Kind of like have like a little bit of what we were just talking about, like your character Lilith.
Dexter?
No, 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 no. It was a movie, but he was an outbreak. He was like an outbreak actor. We all
Outbreak.
know who he is. Yes, like back in the '90s, this '90s music was very, very popular. Um, hold on. Let me like do something a little bit. Trying to get
Dustin Hoffman?
nope.
Morgan Freeman.
Girl, bye. Goodbye. Bye.
Like, what? I'm so confused.
Okay. So this popular, like up and coming actor starred in a '90s like movie where he played a New York yuppie in this Bring Easton Ellis adaptation.
Hmm.
He was a serial killer.
Psycho.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna give you another hint, and this is gonna be easy. You need to get it off right off the bat. If you don't, then I'm just gonna be like, no.
I'm not gonna get it.
Um,
I'm not very good with names. Girl, I got ADHD. I am not good with ADHD with
girl, I got
remembering things.
ADD. Girl, I got ADD and everything. Oh,
I
girl, hey, girl, hey, like, I'm like high fiving you. ADHD, ADD club, what's up?
do remember some things and I
um,
remember other things.
um, he like knocked it out of the park in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh. um, I forgot his damn name. Oh my god, I forgot his name.
Christian Bale.
There it is. That's the one.
Yeah. American Psycho was Christian Bale, but like
Well, that's what
Christian Bale
I
in
said. I said
American
Psycho,
Psycho.
but I guess I should have said American Psycho, so you should have known better.
American Psycho, Christian Bale, yes. Like he was like got the whole damn like what was that, the whole card scene, they was like pulling
Mm,
out, you know how like the pissing contest with the dicks with
yeah,
the
the
cards and
bags.
everything.
Uh-huh.
Pow! He like old Paul like throw that little old card on there. He was sitting there sweating bullets and everything. He's like, this is a card.
Decapitation.
Are you okay, Patrick?
Oh my god.
Like straight up, like Christian Bale tickled the shit out of me, like playing like Patrick David, man.
That's funny. Oh man, I haven't seen a lot of the Batman movies actually.
Oh really, girl? You need to check that one out, girl. You be falling out laughing, but like it was some stuff on there. You just like, huh? And you thinking like, is he imagining? Is he really doing it? You know, it was like one of those type of like films, like
Yeah.
psychological films that you just like, is this all in his head? Does he have a mental illness, or really? I mean, you tell he does have a mental illness,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like under the guise of like being this like white privilege, upper crust like yuppie, working for this like company in the '80s, where it was set
Oh, I've seen
cocaine
American
was
Psycho. Yeah, I've seen American Psycho. I meant the Batman movies.
oh
Yeah, yeah. No,
girl,
I've
you
seen
should have stopped me while
American Psycho.
I was here sitting there talking and stuff. Shoot.
I was over here like she. No, no, no. I've seen American Psycho. It's the Batman movies. I'm not very familiar with.
Okay, yeah. You need to like watch the Batman movie though. Like you need to write I like Liam Neeson when he was like Ra's al Ghul and shit. I like the whole like ice like fighting scene. It was like on that like frozen lake and they was like fighting and shit when he was like with the League of Shadows, and I was like, where can I find the League of Shadows? Because I really want to train with the League of Shadows and shit. Like with some mercenaries just for the fuck of it. And then like I just like I just use some mercenary shit and did for good. That's just how my imagination is.
That's crazy.
But girl, you should have stopped me ahead when I was sitting there talking about American Psycho. You're like, oh, I gotta watch American Psycho. Like, shit,
Oh, that's
I just
not.
haven't seen the Batman. Girl, you see, I'm you stop me ahead. You ain't being rude. Just like, peace.
No, you good.
You just like, okay, all right. Next question. In your own book, The Effects of Nerium. A
What
little
was
bit of a
that?
spoiler. I said the next question in your book, The Effects of Nerium.
Yeah,
What was the plant's name that Lilith used?
the plant's name,
Mm-hmm.
the hibiscus flower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the hibiscus flower and the oleander flower.
There you go. I was looking for oleander too.
It's the oleander
That was
flower.
that was easy. Cause I was like, let me see, I was like, let me see. I know she said hibiscus and stuff. I was like, what other flowers? But she's like,
The oleander
oleander.
main one is the main one.
But we're not gonna sit there and tell everybody like what was about the oleander and stuff, because I was like,
Yeah,
yes, I love that you did throw oleander in there. I was like,
that was a lot of research too.
yeah, it is a lot of research with that, and I was like she hit the nail on the head with that too. Girl, I'm like one of them people that just like research and like I be reading up on stuff
Me too.
and and like not because like I read it, but like it was just like one of those times when I'm like, I don't have nothing else to do. Let's read a dictionary. Let's read this. Let's learn something new. And I'll be like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. And then I retain it in my head. And then when I read that, I was like, I was like, she on point with that.
thank you,
That's
thank
the reason
you.
why. That's the reason why I asked that question. All right, next one. This one I gotta ask you. Did you grow up in the '90s?
Did I
Did you
grow up in
grow
the
up?
90s? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay then. This is a really good one. Did you think like Nickelodeon or Nick Jr. was like better in the '90s or in the 2000s?
I mean, obviously the 90s.
It's like opinionated question, but you are correct, ma'am. You are very correct. Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., all of that shit was better in the motherfucking '90s,
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
'80s
I
and the
don't.
'90s.
Yeah, that's where all the good stuff came out.
That was the golden years. That was the motherfucking golden years. It
Yeah.
really was. Shoot, yeah, that's what I wish I could just go pow pow, like high five you and everything else. All right, next question. It's gonna be like a relation of like of your culture and your heritage. Do you prefer ketchup on pasteles? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, I do too.
that is so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, a lot of people out there are gonna be like, "How dare you?" No, no, no. I'm okay. I don't care what
Yo,
I don't care what anyone thinks. It's with a little bit of ketchup. You just kind of dip it a little bit, and it's good.
it is good. Ketchup is good with pasteles. I
Mm,
was just like
and some white rice.
floored. I was floored how good it was.
It's amazing. And now that it's that season again, it's about to be that season again. So be watching out for your Puerto Rican neighbors. Somebody's gonna bound to be selling those.
Girl, we don't have like I have to drive like an hour and a half to like get some Christmas pasteles. I need to get in
Oh my god.
contact. Yeah, cause baby, we don't have that many Puerto Rican people right here.
Well, that's crazy. Hmm.
They like Pokemon.
They're barely around. They hiding.
Hey, barely around. But I was like, I just been hankering like around Christmas ever since I had pastellis and stuff around Christmas, and I had ketchup. I was like, yo,
It's good. It's
I
good.
need to find a Puerto Rican family that can, like, I just pay them and I just want some Christmas pastellis. That's all I want.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so good. And I was thinking about cooking them myself. I said, nah,
Oh, they're so
I'll just
hard to make. I can't make them myself. They're hard to make. They take a lot of time.
yeah, yeah, lots of time and stuff. And but I can make some rice though. Now
Yeah.
yeah, it took me like a couple of times just to get it like, like Puerto Rican, like the thumbs up, you know what I'm saying? And I actually had a Puerto Rican that like tried it. I say tried. I was like, do I what I need to do with it? She's like, you need a little bit of salt, not that and everything. I was like, okay, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Like I'm happy. And then like my mom, she used to cook like Mexican food too. I was like, okay, my mom would be slapping the kitchen with this. And then I told my sister, ever since you told me how to make green sauce, I was like, your recipe has stuck with me, and I know how to make some good ass green sauce. So I want some tacos.
All
Oh
right.
yeah,
Sounds good.
I know, right? All right, that
Hmm.
was like the third. That was the fourth question and everything. So like the fifth and final one, the fifth and final one.
Yes.
All right then. You may get it, you may not. I'm kind of being a little easy on you and stuff, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Here you go. Here it goes right here. In this 3-6 Mafia song, what does Juicy J
What does
telling
what?
everybody? I said, what does Juicy J say to everybody? They gotta stay. In this 3-6 Mafia song, in this lyric, what does Juicy J always say to everybody? That they gotta stay. This.
They gotta stay.
They gotta stay.
Hi. Is that the
Fly
one?
high. They gotta stay fly.
Oh, I don't know that song.
Here They gotta stay fly. Gotta stay fly.
That's so funny. I listen to metal music most of the time.
Oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I would have like do like a metal like lyric. Like who you listen to?
I listen to Bring Me the Horizon. I listen to Motionless in White, Corn, Slipknot. Those are all metal bands.
All right. Which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite Korn album?
My favorite Corn album, the
Mm-hmm.
oldies. It's always the old one with the stairs. I forgot what it's called. Damn it, the kid in the
The
stairs.
old one with the stairs.
Yeah, with the album where there's like a kid on the stairs. I don't know how to.
Girl, I love you already. You talk about follow the leader. That was the best
That's the
motherfucker from Core all day, every day.
one. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. That's
Follow
my
the
favorite
leader.
one. That's the favorite. My favorite one.
Okay, since like you said well, since we like since you mentioned that and everything, who like guest appearance like on that album with Corn?
Who guest
It's
appearance
a
on the album with
like
Corn?
he did a track with Corn.
I don't
He is a
remember.
well famous known rapper and actor.
What the fuck? I don't remember.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you a hint. He played Doughboy on Boys in the Hood.
Uh oh my god. I'm doing so bad at I told you I'm bad at the names. I'm bad at the
That's
names.
okay. That's okay. Uh, he was with NWA.
Ice Cube? Is it
He
Ice
also,
Cube?
yep, Ice Cube. Ice Cube was on like he like cameo like did a track with like Corn on Follow the Leader. Yep, he sure did.
He did? That's right. That's right.
Yep, He sure did. He sure did. Which one is like one of your favorite? Like the favorite, like one of my favorite like tracks on that one is like it's pretty. That's my shit
Which one's
though.
your?
Like I see
I
your pretty face, masterpiece. Oh, how you are.
like
No, you know,
I like Reclaim My Place.
reclaim my place, girl. I get to like jumping. What the fuck?
Fuck.
So what the fuck? What the fuck, girl? I'm finna go into seizures. And, oh shit, I'm finna listen to that motherfucker die when I get off the bitch. Look at crunk up in there. Anyways, let me maintain posture. There we go.
Shit, hello.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, like I remember, like I raised my kids on like corn and stuff. Um, I think the second one is like shit, was it thoughtless. Um, yeah, thoughtless and hollow life. I like that one. That was on the
No freak on
untouchable.
leash.
Yeah, it was on untouchable and everything. So like, yeah, girl, you already cool with me. She's like, I'm just in the fucking room. And all that. I'm like, okay then, shit. All right now.
Absolutely.
So anyway, you got any future other plans that's gonna be happening, pretty soon? I know that you have like a website. Are you still doing the you know, your morbid damn, I done like looked at this damn site by 3 or 4 damn times and stuff.
On my website,
Um
um,
yeah, your website that you doing I think you do like stickers because I did ask you, I was like, yo, I need for you to do some stickers with me and shit because I'm still
oh,
gonna like do some stuff with you.
oh, well, I go. Whoever asks me if if I can design something for them, I'll design something for them. I don't have a problem with designing stuff. I have a little store.
Hmm.
I have a second account that's called Toxic Mentality. It's
Yep, I
connect.
follow that.
Yeah, it's connected to Redbubble. It's a little online pop up store. Uh, and I had another independent author that she asked me to design something for her book, and I designed something for her book. Um, and whoever needs some designing, I do some designing. But for everyone out there, uh, I got big announcement coming in January about it. It is related to the effects of Nerium. Um,
Yay.
it's going to become something bigger, and it, a lot of people, everyone is going to have an opportunity to, uh, be part of the experience. And more details are to come in January. In January, I still don't know the date exactly, but it's at some point in January. It's gonna be. I'll announce it on my Instagram.
Yay. Awesome, awesome. Shoot, yeah, look at you. You just going, just like you just moving and grooving and shaking and baking. Just
Shaking.
shake and bake. I'm the magic man. Oh, Ricky Bobby, Ricky Bobby. So, all right, I appreciate you, FR. Like, this have been like such a beautiful, amazing, like heavy metal, hardcore, and like everything else, like interview, especially just talking like about like Lilith and like how you got into it, from like the outs and ins of being like a self publisher, to like really just like creating the awareness about cold case files and missing people and stuff, and I really appreciate that. um you know I know people just think like, oh, they're just missing or whatever, who gives a crap, but there's the people like their family members are still have prayers and faith of them being found and just having some type of closure. um and
Yeah.
really just big respect to like to the family and also the person that's missing. I feel that we have to have respect for it, even if they may be gone forever, or
Hmm.
and like sinister or heinous might be happening, and they're just hiding in plain sight of somebody because there's some strange stuff that that's happening in the world. But
For all of you that might be interested in purchasing the book, there's information on the back for missing person cases. There's a couple of organizations that I personally, want to give light to and support.
hmm
One is missing and exploited children .org, and I don't know the exact websites, but I have a couple of them. A Jane Doe website. Just check it out and inform yourself. I hope everyone enjoys Lilith's journey and her killings. And I'm really, really happy to have this interview. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
no problem, no problem. And just let everybody know where they can find you on your socials,
My
all that
social
good jazz,
is,
and where they can find your book and just be just
yes.
amazed by like Miss Lilith Simmons, the Avenging Angel. Tell them, girl, tell them where they
Yes,
can find
you
you.
can. They People can just find me on Instagram. Just if you write down FRDS, I'm sure I'll be one of the first people that pops up. If not, it's FRDS, a morbid writer. There's a whole bunch of dots in between, but I'm sure if you just search in the Google FRDS, a morbid writer, you find me on Instagram. And on my Instagram is the link where you can find the books on Amazon and or Barnes and Noble. So I hope everyone enjoys. Thank you so much.
Y'all better like start reading. Okay, y'all better y'all. I know we all love to get in some movies, horror movies, whatever like that. But sometimes, like you just need to just take a break,
Unwind and read.
unwind and read because y'all know reading is fundamental. I know a lot of y'all have grew up with LeVar Burton and everything. Tell me, take a look. It's in a book, A Reading Rainbow, and I give all my credit and all my love to LeVar Burton. Reading Rainbow. That was the shit on PBS. Um,
Yes.
gotta like make sure that everybody's literate. Literacy is
Absolutely.
very important. You gotta read,
Read. Everyone read. Yes.
like
And
read
read banned
books,
books.
read good books, read like the effects of her Nerium. Please read this because like seriously, just not piping it up, but like it's a damn good, excellent like story, and it just evolves like into like the human psychology of a person, and you will feel so much emotion and love, and maybe sometimes some hate for Lilith, but hey, you just like shit, she gotta do what she gotta do. Just let you know. But I
Thank
really
you.
want y'all to like really read this book. But
Thank
thank
you. Yeah.
you so much. And it's just been a long time coming and everything. I really do enjoy this conversation. I really enjoy just us tripping out.
Absolutely. Me too. It
And
was it was fun. Thank you. Yeah.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And like, is there anything else you wanna chit chat or say anything to the guests before we're gonna sign off?
No, I think I said everything that I need to say, and go get my book and read.
All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, everybody, thank you so much and have a good night. And this is the Random Horror Show.